Hello again. Right, to a match of interest to Liverpool fans as well as Arsenal and Crystal Palace supporters. If Arsenal lose tomorrow night, live on Sky Sports, then Arne Slot's side will be Premier League champions. Gary Cottrell was at Mikel Arteta's news conference this afternoon and joins us now. Hi, Gary. Right, will Mikel Arteta be able to call on Bukayo Saka?
So important, isn't he, Bukayo Saka? And I think the answer is, as we expected, yes. Now, we saw him limp off, didn't we, after that Achilles red car challenge against him at Ipswich Town. We saw the ice pack around his ankle. And we did hear hints that from him and from others that actually it wasn't too bad, that he was going to be all right. But we've had that confirmed, kind of, by Mikel Arteta this afternoon. He's said that he's going to have to wait and see with Bukayo. There's one more training session going on behind us, but he thinks that he'll be all right. He says he wants to see how he reacts to that session, and that it's nothing too serious, and there's a good chance that he'll play tomorrow. By the way, is that Mikel Arteta walking Win, the dog? I think it was. He's just down there walking Win the dog. So obviously training is over, and he looks pretty relaxed, doesn't he? But he thinks that Bukayo Saka will be available tomorrow. And a big game, of course, because they still haven't mathematically made that top five to convince everybody outside of winning the Champions League itself that they're going to be in the Champions League. Looks like they are going to finish in the top five. Looks like they're going to finish second, but certainly they're going to wait to see with Bukayo Saka. But my feeling is that he will be available to start. That was the impression that Mikel Arteta gave. And of course, if he's selected, because they've got PSG coming up in 6 days' time.
Our incentive is to win our game and do our best to continue with the run that we are in right now. The rest we cannot control.
If you do lose tomorrow night, maybe the edge of the disappointment would be taken off, because Tottenham on Sunday would have to give a guard of honour for Liverpool.
I think you're going too far. I'm too focused on the match, I think.
Too far, Gary. No one's ever said that about you. I'm going to go a bit far now. Crystal Palace and then 6 days until the Champions League. Right. So is 6 days a good thing or a bad thing for Arsenal at this stage of the season?
That was the question that we put to Mikel Arteta, because obviously there's a real buoyancy around the place. There's a real sense that, you know, things are going well. 2 great results against Real Madrid, giving that important M-word momentum to the team, to the club. And then, of course, a big win as well at the weekend. So was it better for Mikel Arteta and the players to carry on playing, win again tomorrow night, and then play PSG soon when they've got that winning mentality really, really brimming over in them? Or will that 6 days preparation, maybe to get the likes of Calafiori fit again, be helpful? And Mikel Arteta, not with the dog at that particular point, could see it both ways.
Well, it's what we have. Let's take the opportunity. First of all, and the right to win the game tomorrow against a really good side, that they have a really good record away from home as well, and after that we'll have time to prepare the game really well.
And does that gap, that 6 days, play a part in the team that you select for tomorrow night? If the games were tighter, would it be a different?
Yeah, we have more days. The amount of options that we have is not that many, especially because of where some of the players are coming and the amount of minutes that they can play. But it's good to have a little gap because we are really short in numbers.
So, Gary, 2 of Arteta's former teammates, Aaron Ramsey and Jack Wilshere, have got interim managerial roles. Did he speak about that today?
Well, we asked him, yes, because obviously he knows both those players really well. And Jack Wilshere, in fact, was involved with the under-18s here, wasn't he, at Arsenal until recently when he took the job as assistant at Norwich. And he knew that they both now were in permanent charge, at least for the time being, at least till the end of the season. Play each other, of course, the final game of the season. So there's that as well. And he was pleased for both of them.
Yeah, well, wishing the best. Obviously, if he's decided to accept the role, and with the games that are left, the same with Aaron as well. It's very, very good to see some ex-teammates taking important roles in management. So wish them the best to both of them. I think Arsene should be very proud that he had 3 players under him that I think he inspired and he helped us to ignite again this love for the game that we want to continue what he did in the past.
Spoke too about a new deal for Bukayo Saka. Of course, 2 years left this summer. They want to sign him up on a longer contract. He said everything is in the right place for that contract to be agreed this summer. And as he returns, we won't show you, but he's coming back up here with Win the Dog. His emphasis is on winning tomorrow and then, of course, winning against PSG next week.
In a development that brings hope to Arsenal fans, young forward Bukayo Saka is nearing a full recovery from his recent injury. The news has been met with great enthusiasm by the supporters, who are eagerly awaiting the return of one of their key players this season. At just 21 years old, Saka has already established himself as a fundamental component in Arsenal's tactical setup, showcasing exceptional skill, game vision, and a remarkable ability to make decisive choices in critical moments. His absence in recent matches left a significant void, both in the attack and in the team's morale. Saka's recovery represents not only an improvement in the team's performance but also a crucial emotional factor for the squad and its fans. The young forward is not just a promising talent. He has become an icon for many supporters, symbolizing youth, determination, and the hope for a bright future for Arsenal. His bond with the fans transcends the pitch, and many see him as a figure of perseverance, especially after facing challenges in his career, including previous injuries and the pressure of playing for one of England's most traditional clubs. The anticipation surrounding his return reflects the impact Saka has both on and off the field. Supporters have made it a point to show their support, whether through messages on social media or banners and chants during matches. Saka's presence has the power to revitalize the team's spirit, inspiring not only his teammates but also the fans, who believe that his return could be the necessary boost for Arsenal to achieve its goals this season. With his ability to create plays and finish with precision, Saka is seen as a player who can change the course of a match, and his comeback is eagerly awaited. Moreover, Saka's recovery is a testament to Arsenal's commitment to caring for its athletes. The club, recognizing the importance of its young star, has invested significant resources in rehabilitation programs and psychological support to ensure that Saka not only returns to the field but does so in the best possible shape. This holistic approach to recovery demonstrates Arsenal's long-term vision, which seeks not only immediate results but also the development and well-being of its players. Thus, the fans see not just a player returning, but a symbol of hope and resilience that represents the club's promising future. Saka, who has emerged as one of the most promising talents in English football, suffered an injury during training a few weeks ago, generating concern not only among fans but also among his teammates and the coaching staff. His ability to dribble past opponents, create plays, and score goals has made him a key figure in Arsenal's attack, and his absence was felt on the field. The injury, while not severe, required strict medical attention to ensure that he could return to his best form. Since then, the club has been working diligently to ensure he receives the best care and support necessary for a quick and effective recovery. Arsenal has invested considerable resources into his rehabilitation, recognizing Saka's significance not just for the team's attack but also as one of the club's most representative faces. To this end, Arsenal's medical team, comprised of highly qualified professionals, has implemented a comprehensive and individualized recovery plan. Sources close to the club report that Arsenal's medical team is doing everything possible to ensure that the forward is in optimal condition to return to the pitch. Intensive physiotherapy sessions have been fundamental, focusing on specific exercises aimed at strengthening the affected area of the injury, as well as promoting mobility and endurance. Physiotherapists are utilizing modern rehabilitation techniques, such as manual therapy and advanced technologies, ensuring that Saka returns not just recovered, but even stronger. Additionally, personalized nutritional support is a crucial element of this process. The club's nutritionists have been working closely with Saka to develop a dietary plan that not only aids in recovery but also optimizes his physical performance. This plan includes adequate intake of proteins, carbohydrates, and micronutrients essential for muscle recovery and energy enhancement. Proper nutrition is viewed as a key factor in the recovery of high-level athletes, and Arsenal is committed to providing Saka with all the necessary tools for his return. Finally, a tailored training program has been created for Saka, aimed at preserving his long-term health. These training sessions are carefully planned to avoid overexertion and future injuries, ensuring that he can gradually and safely reintegrate into the squad. The coaching staff has closely monitored his progress, adjusting the training regimen according to his needs. The goal is that when Saka finally returns to the field, he will be in peak form, ready to help Arsenal achieve its objectives this season. This careful and attentive approach to recovery reflects the club's commitment to protecting and developing its young talents, ensuring that Arsenal's future remains bright. The expectation is that Saka will return to training later this week, increasing the chances of his participation in the upcoming Premier League match, which promises to be an important challenge for Arsenal. The match in question, involving a traditional and competitive opponent, is seen as a crucial opportunity for the team to assert itself in the standings and solidify its position among the league leaders. Saka's presence, with his dynamic and creative playing style, could be the necessary differentiator for Arsenal to overcome the challenges faced in recent matches. The fans, who have always shown affection and support for the player, are excited about the possibility of seeing him back on the field. Since the announcement of his injury, supporters have mobilized on social media, sharing messages of encouragement and expressing their anxiety for his return. The unconditional love of the fans for Saka is evident in various expressions, demonstrating the impact he has not only as an athlete but also as an icon and inspiring figure. The anticipation surrounding his return intensifies as the match day approaches, and many are already imagining what it will be like to see him don the Arsenal jersey again and contribute to the team's efforts in pursuit of victories this season. Saka's presence is considered vital for the team's attack, which has faced difficulties in some recent matches, particularly in creating clear goal opportunities. Without him, Arsenal has had to adjust its strategy, and in some games, the lack of creativity and incisiveness was evident. Saka, with his dribbling skills and game vision, is capable of opening spaces in the opposing defense and creating plays that result in goals. His ability to connect with other key players, such as the main striker and midfielders, makes him an indispensable element in the construction of the team's offensive play. Moreover, Saka's return could have a positive psychological effect on his teammates. The confidence he brings, combined with his experience in high-stakes matches, could lift the group's morale and inject a dose of optimism in the lead-up to a decisive clash. The chemistry he has developed with other players throughout the season is also a factor that can influence the team's dynamics, helping Arsenal regain the winning rhythm and confidence it had at the beginning of the season. With all these factors at play, Arsenal fans are counting down the days until Bukayo Saka's return, eagerly awaiting an impactful performance that will not only help the team secure the necessary points but also reaffirm his status as one of the most exciting players in contemporary football. The expectations are high, and everyone at the club is optimistic that his return will not only bring an icon back to the pitch but also a renewed hope for a promising future for Arsenal this season. Head coach Mikel Arteta has already expressed his confidence in the player's recovery and his importance to the team's dynamic. Arteta, who has proven to be a charismatic and strategic leader since taking charge of Arsenal, understands that Saka's technical quality and versatility are fundamental to the style of play he intends to implement. In various recent interviews, Arteta highlighted Saka's ability to unbalance opposing defenses, noting that his dribbling ability, speed, and vision make him a constant threat to opponents. The way Saka can create space for himself and his teammates is a characteristic that makes him indispensable in Arsenal's tactical formation. In addition, Arteta has also emphasized Saka's ability to connect with other players, creating decisive plays that can change the outcome of a match. His on-field chemistry with other athletes, such as the main striker and midfielders, is a vital part of Arsenal's offensive strategy. The coach has not hesitated to state that Saka's presence not only contributes to the individual performance of the player, but also elevates the overall level of the team's play. Bukayo is a player who brings energy and creativity to our attack. His ability to find passes in dangerous areas and his willingness to help in defense are qualities we greatly value, Arteta stated. Arteta's confidence in Saka goes beyond the pitch. He sees the young forward as a role model for other players, especially the younger ones joining the club. Saka's work ethic, humility, and dedication are traits that Arteta believes can inspire the next generation of Arsenal talents. We are all eager to have him back, and we believe his presence will be a great boost for the team. He is an example of how we should behave both on and off the field, added the coach, underscoring the player's importance in the club's culture. As Saka's return approaches, the anticipation around the team grows, and Arteta is committed to reintegrating the forward into the squad in a way that maximizes his impact. The coach knows that after a period of inactivity, it is essential not only to allow Saka to regain his match rhythm but also to protect him from potential future injuries. Therefore, the coaching staff has carefully planned his reintegration, ensuring that he is fully prepared to face the challenges ahead. With Arteta's vision aligned with Saka's determination, Arsenal is gearing up for a decisive period in the season, and the forward's return could be the catalyst for a new phase of success for the club. The coach's confidence in his player is a clear signal that Arsenal is not just waiting for a return, but is preparing for a revival that could take the team to new heights. Furthermore, Saka's return will not only strengthen Arsenal's on-field performance, but also bring a new energy that could be crucial in the upcoming matches. The young forward has become a central figure in the hearts of the fans, who see him not only as a talented player but also as a symbol of hope and resilience. Arsenal's social media channels have been flooded with messages of support for Saka, highlighting the importance of the young star to the club and the emotional connection he has established with the fans. Phrases like, "Stay strong, Bukayo," and "We're rooting for you," have been frequently shared, reflecting the love and loyalty of the supporters. Meanwhile, Arsenal continues to prepare for the upcoming challenges in the Premier League, with expectations that other players will soon join Saka, creating an even stronger squad. The team is determined to fight for a prominent position in the standings and believes that with all its key players available, the chances of success significantly increase. With the anxiety growing among fans, everyone at the club is optimistic about a successful recovery. Arsenal remains committed to providing the best conditions for Bukayo Saka's return, and the fans eagerly await the comeback of their idol on the field. Saka's return is not just a matter of football, it promises to unite the Arsenal community even further, reinforcing the passion and spirit that characterize the club.